Hey guys, I'm Megan, the lead spiritual advisor and celebrity psychic from The Relationship Psychics. Today, I'm going to be explaining what twin flame separation really is and answer all of your questions on it. Basically, twin flame separation is kind of like, well, think of all the times that an ex broke up with you or cheated on you or, somehow broke your heart to the point where Halo Top ice cream and rom-coms just couldn't even make up for it. Then multiply that by 1,000, and that pretty much sums up twin flame separation. But before we get even more into that, I just want to quickly say thank you to all of my amazing YouTube family. I seriously love you guys so much, and if you're new, welcome to my channel, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell if you're interested in hearing all of my tips, tricks, and advice on things like spirituality, love, relationships, and how you can manifest your best life. So if you're anything like me, you grew up believing that finding your other half is the best thing that will ever happen to you. And that is essentially the same thing as finding your soulmate. But unfortunately, I found through experience that when people first find their other half, it might start off like a real life fairy tale where, the sun's shining and the birds are singing and everything is just perfect. But then it turns into, just not that anymore. I find in these relationships, real life just seems to settle in and things start to get hard and even painful. And then one of the people that, had started out as a match made in heaven usually will run away. And they often run away so they can really start to pick up the pieces that the other person had broke for them. And this is the reality of twin flames who are not yet whole or just not yet still ready to meet. The thing a lot of people don't realize about twin flames is that they are meant to teach you, to push you, and to break you so that you can build yourself back up. Even though some of the relationship feels like a dream or a fairy tale even, there are also these kind of raw parts of the twin flame relationship that people tend to forget about or, just ignore. So that's why in this video, I wanted to address those aspects of the twin flame relationship, mainly the painful process of twin flame separation. But before we get started, I do think it's very important that you first understand what a twin flame actually is. Also, make sure to comment down below if any of you have met your twin flame, because I would love to know, and I think we would all be very fascinated to hear and, support one another. So upon creation, a soul can be split into two. Now trust me, this isn't like in, a creepy Voldemort creating a Horcrux kind of way. And this isn't the case for everyone either, meaning, not everyone has a twin flame. But if your soul was split into two, what does that mean for you? Basically, it means that, congratulations, you have a twin flame. So if you do have a twin flame, you might be wondering why you're meeting them. Basically, you're meant to find your twin flame to grow spiritually. More often than not, you're in a romantic relationship with your twin flame, but it unfortunately may not always have the happy ending we wish for or, see in our favorite movies. Twin flame love is all passion and fire and challenging and healing. Basically, it's not easy by any means. It's the kind of love where one second you're so in love that you can't stop thinking about them, and when you're with them, you can hardly breathe. To the next second, you hate them so much, you're literally filled with rage. It's kind of like that Taylor Swift song. While most relationships teach you lessons, as well as things that you like and dislike about yourself and others, your twin flame connection will show you your deepest fears. So basically, meeting your twin flame is kind of like going through a deep soul cleanse. In order to heal and to grow, you can't ignore these parts of yourself, and that's why it can be such a painful and healing dynamic. But I would like to point out that the real healing work you do on yourself from this relationship cannot truly begin until you and your twin flame separate. Which leads us to this question: is twin flame separation really a bad thing? To answer that question, I would have to say that twin flame separation is the start of a very difficult yet ultimately rewarding healing process. Your twin flame is sent to help you grow and to learn. Essentially, they're the mirror to the deep parts of yourself that you need to work on. This incredibly rare experience will allow you to find a higher, improved version of yourself and ultimately make you a better twin to them and a better person to you. So I like to tell people to think of this. If you're like me as a little kid, I was absolutely terrified of shots. I mean, I was so scared. I would already start worrying about the shots that I had to have a year from my last checkup. So you can basically imagine that I was totally mortified. But the thing is that even though as a little girl, shots were my worst nightmare, I needed them, for physical health and growth. Your twin flame separation is similar, except it's something you have to go through instead for spiritual health and growth. So I also have people ask me, well, do twin flames have to separate? And although you might not love the answer here, unfortunately, yes, they do have to separate to grow spiritually. They are, unlike soulmates, remember, which, I actually have a video talking all about soulmates and soulmate signs that I will link up on the screen, but they're not like soulmates in that you aren't necessarily meant to end up with them and have that happy ending that you've always dreamed of. And, maybe you still will, but you are going to experience some turmoil with them at some point. This is because your twin flame is meant to break you down, only so you yourself can rebuild. So if you're going through a twin flame separation right now, you might be wondering why. Why is this now happening to me? And the answer to this question is it's because it's time for both of you to heal. You've learned a lot about each other from this relationship since it began, and now it's time for you to take what you've learned and to look inward. You need to process what you've both learned, and during your time apart, your twin flame will be doing the same. This is best for you both so that you can come back together even stronger and be the best versions for each other as well. Now, for those of us who have not gone through a twin flame separation, I want to really explain how it feels. The thing is that you and your twin flame share the same soul. So when you lose them, it goes without saying that the separation phase is excruciatingly painful. Like I mentioned earlier, it's the kind of pain that no amount of Halo Top ice cream can make up for. It's that bad. It's basically like you're grieving the loss of yourself and, the person that pushed you and pulled you in the best ways imaginable. It's a feeling of emptiness, profound longing, and pain. Sometimes it can even feel hard to breathe, like a part of yourself is missing. This intense relationship brought you to such a high that the low is just so so low. Twin flame separation will bring on both physical and emotional pain, otherwise known as twin flame separation sickness, and it will be unlike anything you've ever experienced. But it is important to remember this. This pain happens for a reason, and you will come out better than ever before. Still, you might want to know how long the separation phase usually lasts for. And the answer to this is that it really does depend. It doesn't have a specific time limit, and that's because you can't really put a timestamp on how long it takes to learn the lesson that your twin flame was meant to teach you. You and your twin flame mirror each other, meaning that you'll both be working on the inverse of each other's issues. So the good news is that the faster the two of you can recognize your issues, the sooner the twin flame union can begin. It all just depends on how much that you need to work on yourself. In order to handle this time of twin flame separation, as hard as it may be, I really recommend concentrating on your own spiritual growth. Remember, spiritual growth begins and ends with you. Your twin flame is only there to expedite this process. The two of you are experiencing the same emotions, and no matter how badly you may want to reach out, you really need this time apart. Work at your own pace to find self-love. True twin flame partners will understand how crucial this time apart is and will find each other when the time's right. Now let's get into how you can recover and heal from twin flame separation. In order to recover from a twin flame separation, you must first go through the brutally painful, agonizing separation phase that we have discussed. This twin flame separation process calls for a lot of alone time. You're not just supposed to take time away from your twin flame, you're also supposed to steer clear from all other romantic relationships. This means that you shouldn't be taking on rebounds or one-night stands or friends with benefits or any of that. The fact is, during this time, the last thing on your mind should be a new relationship. You should really instead use this time to heal and to reflect. The healing process within your twin flame relationship will be a little lonely sometimes, but it's the best thing you can do for your own personal growth. For some, the healing process can mean focusing on childhood wounds and finding more clarity when it comes to healing your inner child. During the separation phase, look back at your relationship through another lens. The negative feelings, the spiritual immaturity, the emotional connection, and finding where you could have been at fault, but missed it during the relationship. From there, you can begin to work on becoming your higher self. So another common question I often get is if and how you can get your twin flame back. Now, a twin flame reunion could happen, and more often than not, it does. Your twin flame is, your best friend, your special person. It's the one person who means the most to you. So it's important to know that this separation phase is just that, a phase. Don't forget you met your twin flame for a reason, and that reason was to grow. But unfortunately, growth can be uncomfortable. So if you're going through this, just remember, it's your time to shine. Work on setting healthy boundaries, becoming self-sufficient, following your passions and your dreams, and being the best version of yourself possible. Plus, when you work on yourself, it will trigger your twin flame to do exactly the same thing. Twin flame unions happen once you're both ready to accept yourselves, so you can accept one another. And that, my friend, is the true path to ending the twin flame separation stage. Well, I hope you guys were able to learn a lot from today's video on twin flame separation. I love you guys so much, and seeing all of your kind comments honestly warms my heart. So thank you. And to all my new friends, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Well, that's it for today. As always, it's such a blessing, and I hope to see you all again really soon. Bye.